Larry, the feline with a sleek tabby-and-white coat and an even more illustrious résumé, has been an iconic presence at 10 Downing Street for over a decade. His journey from a simple stray cat to the chief mouser of the British Prime Minister's residence is nothing short of extraordinary. With his dignified air, his occasional moments of mischief, and a penchant for proving that he's as much a part of British politics as the leaders themselves, Larry's story is one of resilience, charm, and, of course, many naps. Larry's story begins in 2011, when he was adopted from an animal shelter by the then Prime Minister, David Cameron. The British government had been looking for a cat to take up residence in the iconic 10 Downing Street. Not only to provide companionship to the Prime Minister's family but also to fulfill the important job of mouser, keeping the building free of rodents. It was a position of high prestige, and it would soon become clear that Larry was more than up for the task. Before arriving at 10 Downing Street, Larry had spent time in a shelter, but little did he know that his days of wandering the streets were behind him. He was brought to the famous address in London, where he would begin his duties as the chief mouser. His reputation as a highly competent rodent catcher was quickly solidified, but his role would soon expand to something far more than just pest control. In his first few months at Downing Street, Larry was already making headlines, not just for his rodent catching skills, but for his quirky, endearing personality. He quickly became known for his snooty attitude, independence, and aloof demeanor, qualities that endeared him to the public. Despite his growing fame, Larry maintained a sense of mystery, with many wondering if he was aware of his status as a national icon. Larry's life as a political figure came with its challenges, of course. As any cat would, Larry had moments of mischief. He was known for causing trouble with the Prime Minister's security detail, sneaking past guards to wander around the premises, or refusing to come inside when he was called. Larry's independence often collided with the expectations of his role as a governmental mascot, but it only added to his charm. Throughout his time in Downing Street, Larry managed to outlast multiple prime ministers, from David Cameron to Theresa May, Boris Johnson, and Liz Truss, finally meeting Rishi Sunak. He was the constant, the steady companion to each leader, quietly becoming a symbol of continuity amid the political chaos. His role as chief mouser was more than a title, it was a representation of British resilience and a reminder that, even in the most tumultuous of times, the cat is king. What set Larry apart from other celebrity pets is his ability to connect with the public. His name became synonymous with the goings-on at Downing Street, and his image was plastered across newspapers, magazines, and online. Even people who had no interest in British politics could find themselves fascinated by Larry's next adventure. One of the most charming aspects of Larry's public persona was his relationship with the media. Reporters, politicians, and even foreign dignitaries would be asked about him, and no political event was complete without a mention of Larry's latest antics. From his occasional appearances in official photographs to his role as the subject of memes, Larry's influence on British pop culture grew exponentially. Politicians even found themselves talking about Larry, with some even joking that he had more influence than they did. Larry, like any self-respecting cat, had very clear boundaries. He often exhibited a territorial streak, especially when other animals were involved. Over the years, Larry became embroiled in a number of cat fights with fellow pets in the residence, including those of visiting dignitaries. In particular, Larry developed a rivalry with Palmerston, the Foreign Office cat. The two cats became famous for their occasional skirmishes, which only added to the amusement of the British public. Their catty altercations were a reminder that even in the world of politics, the hierarchy of feline personalities prevailed. As Larry continued his role as chief mouser, his responsibilities grew. He wasn't just a household cat, he was the go-to figure for any guest visiting the residence, from foreign dignitaries to journalists. A quick snap of Larry lounging on the front steps of Downing Street would often appear on the front page of newspapers, outshining the human leaders he shared the space with. It became clear that Larry was a symbol of Downing Street's allure, perhaps even overshadowing the humans in charge. In recent years, Larry's fame has grown even further, thanks to the rise of social media. His adventures, from hunting down a rogue mouse to simply enjoying a moment of sun in the garden, have been shared with millions worldwide. His Instagram account, @ChiefMouser, has a dedicated following, where his fans can get a glimpse into the daily life of the nation's favorite feline. With each new photo, Larry's popularity grows, and he continues to embody the grace, independence, and humor that have made him an endearing part of British culture. As Larry ages, his role as the Prime Minister's chief mouser continues to evolve. He's no longer the young and energetic cat who arrived at Downing Street in 2011, he's now a wise and seasoned presence, beloved by both the Prime Minister's family and the general public. His playful spirit, regal demeanor, and unbothered attitude have made him a cherished symbol of continuity in the British government, reminder that sometimes, the most important things are the small, comforting constants that remain, no matter the political upheavals of the day. As of 2024, Larry is 17 years old. While he's beginning to slow down, with occasional health concerns and reports of his declining energy, there are no signs that he plans to retire just yet. Downing Street staff assure the public that Larry is happy and healthy, despite some rumors about his health. His future, while uncertain, remains a topic of great interest, with speculation about his eventual replacement continuing to make headlines. However, as Larry proves again and again, he's not just a cat, he's an institution.